So we're at Bike Park Wales, we're on the Amflow PX. We're going to see how many times we can ride up with 100% battery, and we're going to use the auto mode to see how that works as well. So this is the climb up route. I normally take the uplift route, but this is the first time for me. So the bike's at 100%, don't know if you can see that, and then all the stats are at 0. It's not really my strong point, all the stats, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to ride up in the auto mode, which should give it the power it needs whenever it needs, and I'll keep it in that all day, even on the downs, just so I've not mucked about with it too much. So I don't know how this is going to go because I've never done this climb. I've not used auto yet either, so interesting. But I'll just take my time. I want to just learn how to get up there smoothly to save the battery, I suppose. Then once I get to the top, I'll start using, I'll keep it in auto, just so it's fair on the battery. So this is the first time up this. Someone just left, so I could have followed him. I'll try to fast forward through all the boring climb bits, just stopping at any interesting bits that come along. To put you in the picture, I'm 57, 110 kilos, 17 stone, 240 pound-ish. And yesterday we went to the Forest of Dean, so I'm not exactly fresh as a daisy. So I didn't know that was how you got up there. So no one at the top, that's incredible. Oh, one person. So at the top, so 18%. So we'll hit the trails now, still in auto. So Potty Ping, everyone's favourite blue, a few little jumps, just a nice, enjoyable track, nothing heroic. But certainly enjoyable. Can't talk and ride. It's a good bike, it rides well. Normally we turn around at that corner and go up again. Don't know where I'm going. If you get these trials right, you don't have to pedal. Just keep it off the brakes as much as you dare, and the hill does the rest. Pump them, don't jump them. No one here. Bit wetter. I think the rear end has a slight hook up on short stuff, but not too bad. bit long for this, and I'm shut at the moment. Say I'm not the fastest, I just enjoy it. Bike's not noisy, there's some cable rattle somewhere. I don't feel any rear sway that people were talking about on the Mark 1. In fact, I can't notice the back end at all, which is, I'd have thought, a good sign. It's not Santa Cruz or whatever you want. Some might say it's not premium, which it isn't. It's just bloody good for the money. And at my level of riding, that's all I'm after. Auto mode's good on downs, just gives you enough so you don't slow too far down. Oh, I should have done that. I think this is the longest, blue. I'm starting to feel it. There you go. So, as you'd expect on the down, a few percent, maybe 3%. Can't remember what the exact figure was. Now for a bit of a rest. Yeah, the saddle's got to be changed. I'm feeling it. So on this bit, on an analog bike, you normally push in if you've had enough of the hill. Whereas this, I'm pedalling in auto at a medium effort, I'd have said. And if I push a bit harder, it just goes. I actually like the fact that the motor is a bit cadence based, as in, you know, it just doesn't push you away. You do have to offer it some assistance. Right, second go up. Some lads have just gone before me. I'll try to keep the cadence slightly higher. So it would look like I took the easier route. So this time, this seems more of a trail. Again, don't get at me. Do not know what I'm doing. Gee, this would be a beast on a normal bike. So spin up, and up she goes. I'm going to say, auto is quite incredible. It quite literally is auto. So one thing has become apparent, that riding up is very boring. I get bored quite easily, I suppose, but this is not what I came to do. Normally you're in the bus with your mates having a laugh, but this is just a slog. I know the e-bike's doing the work, but it's not the same. It's not as much fun. So this is the top again. So top, we're at 57%. So unfortunately down here we are hitting the speed limiter, which is quite annoying. It's very noticeable. So you have to do the A470 when you come to Bike Park Wales. It's pretty much a given. It's a bit windy today, so I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of the top bit, but it's okay. But it's relatively flat and it gets wet. It's not the quickest. So we'll do A470. Then there's the double barrel. I'll go and have a look. Again, this is about the bike, not my riding. Thank you very much. Slight headwind. Different to my Levo. I think it's because the stack is higher. Doesn't feel bad, just different. Wind, Jesus. Little bumpy. Looks fast, Jesus. It's very fast. It's like It's like an adult's BMX track. That wasn't that well timed. It's fun though. And to brake. Oh, brake too much then. That's good. So back to the van for another drink, or rest, whatever you want to call it. That's the difference. You get a physical rest on the bus. Whereas because I'm pedalling up, I know the motor's doing most of the work, but you don't get a chance to just So that's run number 2. Just get a drink, check the memory card, etc. So this is climb number 3. We're at 55%. I've just had a bit of a tea break because it is tiring. Yeah, so I'm 55%. In theory, I should get 2 more out of it, but I'm going to have to be quite thinking about the battery quite a bit, try and preserve some of it. So we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to try and spin a little bit more to keep the current draw lower, because obviously load is what drives the current draw. So I won't change up here, I'll just spin it up in auto again. Very interesting. So on that ride up, I used 20%, but I did actually try keep the cadence up between 70 and 80. So we'll do 6 a pot. It's a longer one. It's a bit flat to start. No real jumps or anything. Flow sizing. Normally I would ride a Specialized S5 frame with around 500 reach, but this is an XXL with a reach of 528. The Amflow's ride a bit small, mainly due to the 77.7 seat tube angle compared to a Gen 2 Levo that would be 76. The steeper seat tube angle makes the bike ride smaller when seated, and as it's an e-bike, I'd be using it seated a lot. And don't listen to people saying that you need a small frame and a long stem. That's just a very old way of thinking on bike handling. If you have a longer frame and a shorter stem, the weight stays between the axles a lot more, which makes for a much more positive ride. And you can quicken the steering up with a shorter stem, which I'll be doing. I'll be running a 31mm stem, 31.8mm bars on this bike eventually. So obviously a fitter, better rider, lighter rider, which most of you are, would get another lap. But this is what this bike's made for, trails. Not necessarily downhill, just nice trails. No brakes, no pedalling, just keeping it going. And there you go. Right, from that to Willy Waver, just another blue float. No pedalling, quite loose. Very loose. Yeah. Capable trail bike for sure. And that's the end of Willy Waver. So climb number 4, we're at 32%. The bike's doing great. I'm getting tired. No, it's fine. It's different. When you go up in the bus, you have a brake. So this way there's less brake. So probably good for you in some sort of way. But not enjoyed it, but I don't think I'd do it very often. I prefer just razzing down the hill as opposed to earning your turns, as they say. But I think I've got a little bit more of a hang of the motor. I'd say above 70 cadence. I think as you get higher cadence, obviously in auto it will reduce powers. But on this bit, as long as I keep it, look, we're at 95, which is high for me, it just keeps pushing. And not in a brutal way, it's just helping it turn as opposed to leaping forward. The traction's medium on this, there's every now and then it slips, and that was it. So on this next climb, it's not steep, but it's certainly a bit pain in the arse if you're pedalling up it normal. I put the microphone on this on the charger port, can. So that is near to the motor. So that's as near to the motor as I can get it, because it don't stick, because it's alloy. Carbon. Alloy. So it's carbon frame, so it won't stick. So that's as near as I can get the motor. We'll go up this next climb in auto. I'll try and keep it at the about 80 cadence. See if you can see what the motor does. So that was climbing up that. I'd say it's steep, I wouldn't want to do it. And that's how noisy the motor is. I'm going to say it's not. I'm going to say it's not noisy. I can't hear it. I've got an almost full face helmet. So it climbed up that, well, two of them, and you couldn't hear it riding up. You heard the stones off the tyres. You definitely couldn't hear. If that was my Specialized, you'd know about it. A Levo would definitely let you know it's doing the work. And the Shimano's, really, they have a bit of a tune when they're working. But yeah, you can just pick up again where you get off, and it just takes you in auto. It doesn't let you chunk around with the settings. So on all the descents I've been riding down on mainly blues. Normally I'd be on reds and a few blacks, but to be honest I'm just too fatigued. It's taken a bit too much out of me constantly riding all day as opposed to sitting in the bus. Spend a lot of time rummaging around the middle of the bike park normally, going to different tracks, but I couldn't do that today to spare the battery. So we're at the top, fourth climb. We've got, if you can see that, I don't know if it show up, 13% left. So I won't be able to get up again. You could do a bit of shuttling around at the top. The bike's been pretty good. It's pretty fast. It's a trail bike, not an enduro bike at the moment. I think a bit bigger set of forks and a better shock, it'll transform it again. Quite happy with most of it. There is a rattle. It's not the motor, it's definitely not the motor, it's somewhere at the top near the display. So I'll have a look at that when I get home. The seat's not the best. The brakes aren't the best. Tyres are good, but they're a little bit too tall of a tread for these really dry conditions. The knobs are moving too much. They'd probably be good worn out on a day like this. The motor is really good. Auto mode's really good. I'm quite surprised at auto mode, not had anything like that before. No rattles, no noise, no shut-offs. Is it worth the money? Yeah, it probably is. Is it worth shuttling up yourself, riding up? Probably not. I didn't really enjoy it. I really like bombing around when I'm here. So I've had 4 goes down, but each time I felt a little bit of fatigue. Whereas, you know, I'm not an athlete, of course I'm not. I'm 57. But I like to take full advantage of the uplift, if that makes sense. I like to bomb around when I can. The only other thing is that I've only got 4 downs, whereas you can get 6, 7, 8. We've done 10 before if you start at 9:30 and really commit to getting on the bus, and you get the downtime on the bus. There was little downtime. You have to have a rest at the top. Like I say, I know I'm not the fittest, but riding up is particularly boring and wastes the time. I don't know what the difference is. I'm going to ask when I get to the bottom what the shuttle time is for a bus, but the fact that you're sitting there doing nothing, recovering slightly, getting a bit of sugar down you, was probably a nice thing. So I missed the relaxing bit. But yeah, good bike, interesting. The motor and the software, I think, is really good, not just the motor on its own.